So basically S3 means simple storage service. Okay. So S3, along with S3 we have one more service called Glacier. So these two types of storages were available in Amazon. And the last class we understand EBS, elastic block storage. So in that area we understand what is meaning of SAN, what is a NAS, and what is a local storage. Okay. And we understand what is meaning of cloud storages. So here the S3 is nothing but it is a cloud storage. Okay. And we have a simple storage service, and we have one more service name called Glacier is available. So first we'll understand what is meaning of a simple storage service. Okay. So let's see that some important point. So today agenda, so what is meaning of cloud storage we'll understand, and what is meaning of S3, and what is meaning of objects, buckets, keys, static web hosting, versioning, replication. So might it will take two classes so to complete this S3. So please carefully watch that. It's very important service nowadays, so we can understand that. So now let me copy some images. See here. So basically storage is a platform. So we called as platform as a service. So now we are understanding that. So in EC2 we created instances that is called infrastructure as a service, and now it's a storage. The storage required, so different type of or company data, clients data, all your applications, scripts, everything will be stored. So our AWS storage was divided into three structures. One is a file, second one is a block, and third one is an object. So file will be managing with the technology called EFS, Elastic File System, and block. So we understand previous classes, you can refer the previous videos. EBS, Elastic Block Storages, and Amazon EC2 Instant Store. Amazon EC2 Instant Store, that is also block. Now we are going to understand object level storage, that is called Amazon S3 and Glacier storage. So now all are used for data transfer. All these technologies are used to data transfer. Either you have to keep the files into the safe location, either you have to copy the location from one location to another location, right? So now we need to understand what is the meaning of cloud storage. What is the meaning of cloud storage? We need to understand first. Basically cloud storage is nothing but storage over the internet is called cloud storage. Okay. Storage over the internet is called cloud storage or object storage. So cloud storage, or also we can call it object storage, also we can call it. So as a current situation, Google Drive is object storage, Microsoft OneDrive also object storage, and Dropbox also object storage. So why we call this object means you can copy any data inside it, no problem, no matter what. Okay, object is anything related to the computer, any data you can copy. So every file on cloud storage is called an object. So that means I told you no. So you have a image file, that also called as object. You have a MP4 video file, that is also called object. We have a notepad file, it is also called as object. We have a script, that is also called object. We have some HTML files and some any backup formats, anything would be called as object. So for that reason, so cloud storage we called as object So cloud storage is also called as object storage. So cloud storage differs from block storage actually. So cloud storage will be is completely difference with the block storage. So basically cannot be formatted. So because of the block storage can be formatted. So file storages also can be formatted. But here the object level storages cannot be formatted. Okay. So it is a model in which data maintained, managed, backed up remotely, made available user over internet connection. So through internet connection itself, you can maintain and you can manage, you can back up remotely. So you do not want to comes together into the sitting in a data center, you are maintaining the files, data, and copying them, backup them. It's not probably we are not using. So basically this object level storage will be they'll maintain by cloud vendors, so like Amazon, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, so etc. So we are connecting remotely and we are maintaining them and managing and backup them. So internet is must. Okay, so it's not intranet, it is a internet connection, guys. Next, so cloud storage is basically is a virtualized infrastructure. So it's a virtualized infrastructure. What is meaning of virtualized infrastructure? Means accessing interfaces, accessing the storage interfaces, elasticity. That means you keep on you're uploading the data, so you don't bother about it. Keep on expanding your data storage and backend, and scalability. So multi-tenancy and metered resources. That means example, you are taking S3 service from Amazon, you keep on uploading the data, you don't bother about it. You can huge number of bulk amount data, you can able to copy them. But if you normally local system, it is not possible. That depends upon the capacity. But cloud storage has very vast storages, and you can upload big amount of big size files to the storage box. So now we have we have we have in market there are different vendors are there. Amazon S3, apart from Amazon S3 we have a Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, Microsoft Azure storage, OpenStack, Swift, EMC Atmos, EMC ECS, Ocean Store, Vision Cloud. There are so many companies they are providing cloud storages. So we do not bother about other things. So you are very well known about the Google Drive and OneDrive. So now we are talking about the Amazon S3. So now in Amazon S3, so there are why we call it as S3 means simple storage service. So for that reason, simply we call it as S3. So Amazon S3 is a cloud or object storage service which is started in 2006 as a first service. Okay, so first Amazon was started initially is a cloud storage in 2006. So how many years old, guys, Amazon Web Services? So 2006 to 2016, 10 years and plus 3 years, totally 13 years industry. Okay, understand? So but S3 was started first one, but remaining all later will improve a lot. But first time Amazon was started with the storage service in 2006. So after that, by end of 2012, so 1.3 trillion objects were stored in Amazon S3. So that means the over the period of 6 years, there is a 1.3 trillion objects were stored in Amazon S3. That means there are huge number of users, they are using the services. The world's largest and most widely known object storage system. Okay, so this is one of the big storage system in entire world. So now the number was growing faster, so we cannot managing that, and now so nearly 2 million mark is right around the corner, so they're expected as of now. So 2 trillions. So previously it is a 1.3 trillion. Now it will close to it, more than it crashed also. Even we not keep on monitoring that, because of that is the data will be released from AWS, and 2 trillion data also the mark is reached. So, and one more thing, S3 is a global service. We are not specifically bound to one region, so it's a specific to not a one region. It's applicable for all regions in AWS. That means wherever the regions are possible, the AWS was introduced, so in all the regions S3 is available. So S3 enables a customer, I can upload the data, I can store the data and download the data, files or objects, whatever the thing he can able to do it. Very simple console. With a simple console, the users can able to, the administrator can able to upload and download that. Okay, so now there is one more information I want to share. Okay, so globally it is a unique. Globally it is a unique. That means once you create a storage in a particular location, the file location name, it's a unique for only for yours, not to any other one. So that's mainly they'll provide it. And below that they are using bucket. So bucket is a basically is a container to store your data. Along with that, in the bucket name, along with that we have a object name key also will be there. Object key also will be there. Okay, object name key also will be there. So now, so here S3 service will be, S3 service will be, okay, first they will create a bucket. After that they will upload a object. They'll upload a objects. So I'm not a single object, so it depends upon the how many data you are there, you can upload it directly onto the bucket. So let's go for the lab. I'll show you how to create a bucket and how to upload the data. So before you want to create a bucket, so we can understand. So what is the bucket and what is the character of bucket? So then we'll create a bucket from the lab. So let's see. So basically, I'll show you the lab first. Go to services. Under the storage, we have a S3 service will be there. Just click on that. So now here, it's a globally you can access. You don't want to specific to any other location. So all the locations can access your data commonly from this location. That's called global location. Okay. So now here once you click on bucket, so it will ask the bucket name. Okay, and here it will ask that which region you want to select, so only from here the create bucket console itself you can select the region. So by default when you select the S3 service, the region will be showing is a global region. So okay, now so what is a bucket here? So bucket is nothing but a logical unit. So bucket is nothing but a logical unit. Store your objects. So that is a mainly we are using. Example, we are creating a folder, right? Normally in your system, inside that folder you are creating subfolders. In that subfolders you are store some file again some zip files, some image files, some videos, some scripts you will be storing, right? Same way in S3 service, you want to store any data, you cannot directly upload the data into the S3 service. First we need to create a bucket. So that bucket is nothing but is a logical container, is a logical unit of storage in Amazon Web Services. So it is a basically object storage service. So next, so instead of organization files in industry hierarchy, so object stores file system, object store file system, it is a flat organizations containers called buckets. So now here we called as there is called unique IDs. So there is a unique IDs will maintain. The unique IDs we called as S3 keys. S3 keys. I told you know there is a unique ID will be representing in the bucket in the S3 service each and every bucket. For example, you created 100 buckets. You're creating bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3, bucket 4 like that. So each bucket will be representing with some identification keys. That key is called as unique IDs. So now then go for I'll create a one bucket for you. So previously we have bucket already is created. So the bucket will be showing here, and now just this is the bucket name, the bucket name. But in this, if example, if you click on this bucket, if you click on this bucket, okay, now there are some information will be available. So some folders will be there, some PDF files will be there. So like that you can upload any data. So by clicking your upload, if you want to download, after you upload the data, any file you can right click and you can download as. You can download as the file. So now in this bucket we have a 4 tabs will be available. So one is the overview, and one is the properties, another one is the permissions, and one is the management. Guys, again, once again I'm telling, in S3 when you are creating the bucket name is unique, right? Unique means example you created bucket 1. So again you cannot create a bucket 1. Again, again you cannot create a same name again once again with the bucket name 1. But one more condition, if you are creating a bucket 1 in entire world, so if anyone they creating a bucket with the same name, it is not possible. Understand? So bucket name whenever you're creating is a very confidentially, and you have to maintain some format. So those formats you cannot share to anybody, your example, your competitors. Okay, otherwise you will lose your format, so other people can use it. After that you will be suffer. Example, bucket Hyderabad bucket 01. So this is the format I am using. So Hyderabad bucket is my format. So if I created Hyderabad bucket 1, Hyderabad bucket 2, Hyderabad bucket 3, like that I created. So another person cannot use the same name in AWS in entire world. So that's good. Okay, but if you're sharing that information, hey, I'm creating, my project is running in Hyderabad location, so our bucket names are very friendly we are using. So our bucket name is called a Hyderabad bucket 1, bucket 2, like that. If some other one also they will use another continuation names, they will spoil your continuation of the database names. So my suggestion, please do not share any information to other people in other organizations. You should not disclose to any in the social media. You should not disclose in any social media. After that you will be suffered, because of you will not able to easily remember your bucket names. Guys, did you hearing or any problem in the class? Hello.
Yeah, Mahesh.
So no audio disconnections, right? Fine.
We had a discussion. We are not able to see the screen.
So now it's fine, right?
Yeah, now it's fine.
So you can use your own format. I don't bother about that. Okay. So next one. So buckets are used to store objects which contains, okay, which contains, so consist of data and metadata, that description of the data. So example, I'm uploading some information. So you can, when you're uploading the data, the consistent data will be you're uploading. So keep on. no matter what, you can upload. Your offline also you can upload it. Example, you have a 10 GB of data, you can upload it, you can upload it. If you keep on, the data is growing, that data you're uploading, you can upload it, no issues. You want to host your websites on the S3, yes, you can. Website data also can host on the S3. So 24/7 on the line, your storage will be continuously giving a services to you, and there is no limit to the number of objects a customer can store in a bucket. Is unlimited data you can able to, unlimited number of objects you can upload it, but each AWS account can only have 100 buckets at one time. Okay, so only 100 buckets only can possible. Any questions? So next, I'm going to create a new bucket by clicking here, create bucket. So bucket name, I'm just following that. So bucket name must not contain uppercase character. Bucket name must be lowercase or number. Anything would be fine. So whenever you're creating the bucket name, the starting name you should always use a lowercase. That means small letter you can use it. Okay. Now I'm removing bucket. So example, I want to create bucket 1. So when I click on bucket 01 Asia Pacific, when I click on next, so the bucket name is already existed. That means someone using this name. Okay, it's a very old service, right? This type of names already they're using. You can use your old format. So I'll follow some formats like that. So bucket today's date is 30th. Okay, 30th date, and month is 10th, and year is 2019. This bucket is a first bucket, right? I'm giving 001. So this is the way I'm creating bucket names. Okay, whichever location you want, you can select that bucket. Example, I'm using that region Asia Pacific Mumbai. I'm selecting that and click on next. So now this name is accepting. That means you can use your parameter, some format you can maintain. So based upon that you can able to create it. So like that also you can create a bucket like class November, or might be class October, bucket 01, 02, 03, like that you can create it. Okay, so now there is a configure option. So versioning. So versioning is nothing but, so I'll discuss later in that. So at present I'll just creating a normal without any advanced option. So after I created the bucket and uploading the files and downloading the files and delete the bucket and create the bucket. So tomorrow I'll be showing some advanced concepts in storage in S3. So now, so I'm not selecting anything here. Next, so here is the common options. Click on next, create a bucket. So now I created bucket, that's fine. So see here, the bucket 30 10 2019 001 Asia Pacific today is created. So bucket and objects not public, that means that we'll discuss later, guys, no problem. So now I'm open the bucket. So there is no data inside. I'm just click on upload. I can just drag and drop. Same way how you are using Google Drive, the same pattern, but different look is different. Okay. Now you can click on here. Okay. Either you have an option called upload option will be there. So add files. So when I click on add files, example, I'm uploading keypair files. Open. See. Click on next. So these all the options I'll explain later, what is called a read and write, and read write permissions, all these things. Just to go for default steps, upload it. So very fast the data will be uploading on the drive. It's very faster the data will be uploading on the drive. So this is a way you can upload your data into the bucket from your local system or might be server. Now if you want to delete the file, if you want to delete the object, so very simple, you can select here, go to action and go down, you have option called delete. When you click on delete, all affected objects will be deleted, no problem. So I'm deleting this. Select the file and go here and click on delete. So this is one option. Or else you can go back, select the bucket. If you want complete empty, you want to delete all the files in a bucket, we have option called empty is there. Bucket will be there, but the inside data will be deleting. So why would need this kind of empty option is there now? So once you delete the bucket, again you cannot create with the same name. Might be if someone using that same name, you cannot creating again. So for that reason, safer side, they'll use empty buckets and they don't have any data inside that. So now the bucket will be creating without data. So now I'm planning to delete the two key pair files inside the bucket. Just I'm click on empty. So now when you click on empty, so it will ask that, hey, type the name of the bucket to confirm. So without confirming the name, typing the name, you cannot delete the files. So now I'm typing the name, so bucket 30 10 20 19 001. Now I'm confirming that, so the inside of the bucket, the data will be deleted. See here, this is the same way you have to delete or might be empty the files in a bucket. So one more point, so you want to delete the bucket also, very simple, select the bucket and go to delete. Yes, now again we have to type the bucket name, then you can confirm, so your bucket name will be disappear. So again you want to create the same bucket name, example, create a bucket and save this name and click on next. So now it is possible because of just now I deleted, right? I don't expect someone creating the same name. If it is created, no, you are fit. So it's not confirm, again we not creating the same name. So mostly it is not created the same name once you deleted and creating, because of you're not thinking like the same minded for other people in the world. So you can create it immediately like this, you can create it. Any questions?
Oh, Mahesh.
Right. So tomorrow we have one more session will be there. So in that session, and I'll take up that. So S3 have some advanced features will be there. In that advanced features, I'll explain that. But at present, how much time? So let's go for S3 standard 1A, sorry, S3 standard and S3 standard IA. So there are two types of storage classes will be available. So now we'll see that. So guys, can you please, I'm ending the session. Can you please rejoin immediately with the same meeting ID? So please join immediately. Thanks for joining. So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, Mahesh.
No. No, I think
No,
so.
no, perfect.
Yes, yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, right. See here. So we have S3. S3 will comes in two storage classes. So S3 standard and S3 infrequent access. So the way you are using the storage, you can upload the data in that format only. You can save the money for your project. If you are stored the data for a long run or might be short run, and based upon you can understand and you can upload the data in a particular storage classes and your amount will be saved. So let's understand that. Amazon S3 standard, so anytime you could be retrieved or upload. That means, so you feel that, 1 minute. Sorry, I'm back. So example, I'm running on project. So some important project I'm running, but the data I want to upload in S3. Yes, we can upload it, no issues. Okay. But immediately next 1 hour, I need the data. My manager is asking, my stakeholder is asking, so I want to retrieve some data, some other purpose. Yes, I can retrieve it. So at any point of time, so I would need to upload, I will need to download, that means retrieve the data. So you can choose the Amazon S3 standard class. Okay, so you can remember that at any point of time you can retrieve and upload very easily without get any problem. You can choose by default Amazon S3 standard class. So then second one, IA, that is called infrequent access. The name itself is telling, hey, I'm uploading the data today, but I'm not retrieve the data frequently. It's a very old data, it's archived data. I don't want keep it in a standard class because of standard class is a more charges will be applied because of the data size. So for that reason, if any cheaper classes will be there, I'll keep it them into the particular storage class so that we can choose for a infrequent access. So that is called a standard IA. The name will be showing as a standard IA. So standard IA is an Amazon S3 storage class for a data that is accessed less frequently. So you're not accessing, might be once in a month, might be quarterly once, or might be twice or thrice you are accessing the data. So those type of data we can put in standard IA. Okay, so but requires rapid access when needed. Retrieval of the data should be at least after 30 days. See this, see this. So these are requirement, but required rapid access when needed. Retrieval of data should be at least after 30 days. So once you upload the data, you can access after 30 days only. So this is some restrictions. So before you are upload the data into the storage class in S3, please check twice and thrice is this correct class or not. Check with your team, check with your client, then you can decide it. So which class you want to do that. And finally, Amazon does not impose a limit on number of items that subscribers can store. I told you, so what type of your data, irrespective of size, you can upload it. There is no matter what. A subscriber can choose to keep the data private or make it public access. Okay, your wish. So if the data you want to expose to public people, yes, you can expose to public people. Like example, how you are accessing Flipkart.com, Amazon.com, that are very confident. That is a public product, right? We can open. You can do that. But if you feel that the product is very confidentially, you can keep it them in your private sector. That means called uh, public disable option is there. We can disable, so only you can access in the private mode. So this is the main points will be available. So now let's go for the lab and I'll show you and how to upload the data in standard class and how to upload the data in a standard infrequent access storage. So go to the lab here, I'm open the bucket, I'm just upload the data here, go down, add files, just I'm uploading the key pair, same key pair I'm uploading. So when I'm uploading that, so the file is uploaded, then go for set permissions. So which permission you want? Hey, the owner, by default myself, I can able to read, I can able to write the data. So I'm the owner of this. If anyone other people you want to give access, so you can give other user, you can read or write, or both read and write permission you want to give. So at present I'm not giving anyone, so I'm the owner of this account, I can go for it. So click on next. See here we have options will be there. One is a standard and standard infrequent access. So guys, not only standard infrequent access, there are so many other features also introduced recently, so can check that. So apart from first, they released only standard and standard IA only, but recently intelligent tiering, one zone infrequent access, glacier deep archive, there are so many features they introduced. So very simple, in the table I'll explain very simple way you can understand it. Standard, frequently access data. So the data can access availability zones greater than 3 availability zones can be possible. And the minimum storage duration, minimum billable size, monitoring automation, retrieval fees, nothing is there. Nothing is not applicable here. Now there's a second one, intelligent tiering, long-lived data which changing or unknown access pattern. That means you want to upload some images, okay, some standard images are there, there's a blueprint. So those type of long-lived data you thought or maybe with unknowing pattern, if you want to change, you can keep it them more than 3 availability zones. And minimum storage, if you want to store the data, okay, so you are uploading the data today and tomorrow you are deleting, you should not applicable. So minimum you need to maintain 30 days, minimum you need to maintain 30 days. So compared to your data, if example the 10 GB data you are uploading in a standard class, the same 10 GB data you are uploading in intelligent tiering, so the standard is higher and intelligent tiering is very lesser, because you are keeping them for 30 days, right? If you long run the data, Amazon is providing lesser price. And also minimum billable object size also is not applicable. Monitoring automation fees per object will be applied. So if you keep on updating, hey, what's your file, so your file is healthy or not, file size, all the information will be monitoring that. So retrieval fees, no. So when you're downloading the data also not applicable. You did you remember that previously when you are using the internet, so uploading and downloading both will be charges, right? Earlier days when you are using BSNL, you are uploading the data and downloading the data. So BSNL is providing you can download is unlimited during the night time. Yes or no? Very, I think 10 years back. But nowadays there is no options like that, because of everyone is giving. So there is a limited storage capacity with a good amount of speed. See here, and we have a standard infrequent access, long lived, infrequently accessed storage. That means I'm uploading the data, but infrequently I'm accessing the data because of my project requirement. So again, here also the availability zones, more than 3 availability zones we can maintain. And minimum storage duration is 30 days. Minimum object size, if you want to upload a data, minimum you need to maintain 128 KB. If you less than 128 KB, the data cannot upload. So that is a restrictions. And retrieval fees again per GB will be charged, okay. So per GB you are uploading also not a problem, okay. So per downloading also will be charged again. So then one more information, the both standard infrequent access and infrequent access standard, infrequent access one zone, both are same guys. Only thing is here they'll maintain in 3 availability zones, right? Here only one zone they'll maintain, they cannot more than one zone, they cannot do it. So if you are very small project, you are store the data in only one zone, that is enough for you, you can go for one zone IA. That means the charges will be very lesser than standard IA, very lesser than standard IA. So Glacier Deep Drive. So Glacier is a not basically is a separate service, very cheaper than S3, very cheaper than S3, and so archive data retrieval times ranging from the minutes to hours. I'll tell you that. Uh, Example, your how many people you are used Outlook in your office? Outlook. Microsoft Outlook for checking the emails and sending the emails to the clients. How many people they used?
Currently we are using
Yes, so
Mahesh.
definitely we are using, right? So the Outlook, the inbox we have some capacity, right? They'll maintain some 80 GB, sorry, 80 MB, 100 MB, huh? Or might be 200 MB, 300 MB, 1 GB, like that they'll maintain, right? So if you use to completely 1 GB, what will happen? You completely use the mails receiving and sending, all the draft, everything will be crossed. You
We
reached
have
one.
an archive.
Yes, so if you reached total amount of your outlook size, that is your outlook file size, automatically your mails will not able to send and you will not able to receive, that will be stopped. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm back. So what will happen? So you're not able to send or might be receiving the email because of your mailbox size is you reached a limit. So now in this situation, you will copy your mails to your local machine, that is called local PST. Okay, did you remember that? So that PST, so when you're copying that, it will take some time. So depends upon the size of your mails. So the yeah, inbox size. So you're copying to PST, it will take some time. Same way, you feel that a data you don't want to keep it in your a long time, and also you feel that it is a archived data, but I don't want to use this data right now. If needed, I'll use in future. So the data called as old data or maybe archive data. So this archive data with the retrieval times ranging from the minutes to hours. Normally, if data is uploading and when you are downloading the data, if your 1 GB data is uploading, it will take a 10 minutes. If you're downloading the 10 minutes, is normal, right? But when you're uploading, also it will take some time, and downloading also will take some time. So normally, instead of minutes, so if you are doing the job in next 20 minutes or 25 minutes, the job will take 2 hours, 2 hours or 3 hours, because of Glacier will store huge amount of data with a lesser price, but they'll not give you good bandwidth speed for downloading the data from the Glacier storage. So that is the main problem. So Glacier will maintain greater than 3 availability zones, and the minimum duration will be 90 days, and minimum file size also 40 kilobytes, and per GB charges will be applied. Per GB charges will be applied in Glacier. Per GB charges will be applied. So Glacier Deep Drive, same situation. They'll maintain more than 3 availability zones, but the same feature is, but they need to maintain 180 days. 180 days means almost 4 months we need to maintain. Not 4 months, 6 months. 6 months you need to maintain. Okay, 6 months you need to maintain the data. So that is the restrictions, and reduced redundancy is not recommended. So uh, we'll discuss in another topic level, so it is not discussing here. So let's go for. Now I'm selecting standard and click on next and upload the data. When upload the data, so this is a way you can upload the data into the classes. You can upload the data into the classes. So tomorrow I will discuss the class. Tomorrow we'll discuss the class and some more important topics like so if you go to the properties, So what are the versioning, server access logs, permissions, management, all these things we'll understand. So tomorrow can please join sharp at 12 p.m. Any questions?